Hi everyone! It's been a while since I've made a video. Unfortunately, I caught a really bad case of strep throat along with a bronchial respiratory infection, so I've had no voice and I've been coughing like crazy for the last couple of weeks. So that's why I still sound a little funny, but I had enough of a voice to make a video today. So I wanted to make this cute little pirate card. I wanted to make a shaped card, and I'll show you. This is what I came up with. So I knew I was going to have sort of a square shaped card. So I went onto my wildcard cartridge, I picked out a square envelope, and I liked this one because it had the ragged edge, which kind of went along with my pirate theme. So I cut this out at 50 page, and it was 4.8 inches. And then I took the liner and I filled it with paper from the Cricut Imagine Buccaneer cartridge. And I went ahead and inked the edges. There's a lot of distressing on these images, so I went ahead and distressed my liner as well to keep it consistent with the images. So I've already scored my edges, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere my liner inside my envelope. I always cut my envelopes first. That way I can make them as big as I can, and then I can cut my cards to fit. But I really like the envelopes on the wildcard cartridge because they have this liner feature, and to me that just adds such a great detail when you open the envelope and it has like that matching extra little something in there. So now I'm just going to adhere my envelope flaps. And with the black envelope you could add like a white piece of cardstock on the front, or you could just use a white gel pen to add your address and information and all that. So I'm just going to fold this down and crease it. Usually I'd use a bone folder, but I'm not exactly sure where mine is. So I'm just going to do it with my hands. And sometimes when I make these cards, the little score tabs kind of pop up after you fold it. So I just like to take my scissors and trim it off to give it a nice clean edge. So now we have our envelope. Once I knew what size I could make my envelope, I went ahead and made my card. Again, the envelope was cut at 4.8 inches, so I cut my card at 4.5 because I wanted to give it a little extra room in the envelope because I knew I was going to pop my images up on foam. So I took these two images from the Elegant Edges cartridge, I welded them together on my gypsy, cut it out, and then just scored it to make this shaped card. Next, I took these images from the same image from the Elegant Edges cartridge, and I filled it with paper from the Cricut Imagine Buccaneer cartridge. And both of these are cut at 2.5 inches. So one is going to go on the inside, and then one is going to go on the outside. And I'm going to go ahead and put the inside of my card together first, because sometimes that's easier if you're propping your images up on foam. I found that it's a lot easier to line up the inside liner of the card and everything if the card can lay flat. Next, I have this little image of parchment paper, and what I did, I took my Imagine stock image, it's the square, filled it with this paper, and I believe I cut it at 3.5 inches. Cut it out, and then it has still the white border around it, so I just took my scissors and cut in to cut out the image completely, inked it a little bit, and just again distressed it to match the other images. So I'm going to put this inside the card, and this will be the liner where I actually write my note. And I have a few more things I'm going to do to the inside, but I'm going to come back after I finish the front of my card. So again, I have this piece. It's the same stripe, just going to go on the front. And I have another piece that I cut from, I just again took another square, filled it with paper, and I'm going to cut a strip out of this and apply it to my little shape here. And it has this really cute skull pattern. So I'm going to cut it at, I think, 1 3/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to adhere it right in the center. And then I'm going to take my trimmer and trim off that excess to give me a nice clean line. And now I'm going to adhere that onto the top. Next I have a banner that I cut from the same cartridge, and it's cut at 2 inches, and it will fit across my card just like that. And I'm using that to stamp my sentiment. And I'm using a sentiment from the Kate Andrews Positive Thoughts set. I'm using the one that says, "Live the life you want." I'm going to take it and kind of bend it slightly so that it's at a little bit of a kind of curve so it will fit on my banner a little bit better. Going to ink it up. Use some black ink. Okay. I have 2 other images. I have my little pirate here. He is cut at 2.5 inches. He's got his little periscope. And then I also have the little, I don't know what this is called. It's kind of like the steering wheel for the ship. I have no idea. If you know what this is called, please leave me a comment and let me know. I feel like I should know the name of it, but I have no idea. So I'm going to apply this one to the card flat, and then I'm going to take the other 2 images and pop them on foam. That way I'll have a more dimensional effect to my card. then for the inside, I'm going to use another sentiment from the same set. It says, "You control your own destiny." For the final touch, I have a small little compass that I cut from the same cartridge. And this was cut at 1 1/4 of an inch. And I'm just going to stick it right here in the corner. And we have a cute little pirate card, and you could just send this to a friend, like a little note of encouragement or something, saying, "Live the life you want, you control your own destiny." So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video.